Welcome back to Brawler's Guild, and today I have the rank 2 fight guides for you. And the first encounter at rank 2 is Dippy, this adorable little penguin. And he's a return from the old Brawler's Guild, so if you've done that, you'll know exactly how deadly this guy can be. He has one single ability called Peck, and if he manages to cast it successfully, you will die instantly. The gimmick to this fight is anytime you hit him, he's going to be knocked back, and he'll be unable to cast for a short period of time. However, if you knock him against a wall, he won't be knocked back and he will successfully cast. So you want to knock him around the area, and if he gets too far into a wall, just back off a bit and let him come to you and then continue knocking him back. You can see in my footage I do a bit of running around because I'm pretty wary of the fact that he's very close to the wall and I want to give him some distance so I can continue the knockbacks. However, overall he's not very difficult. Possibly a bit easier for ranged DPS compared to melee. The second fight of rank 2 is Bill the Janitor. He's just a basic male humanoid, and he has two abilities which involve summoning brooms. The first type of broom is just a regular broom which will do melee attacks to you, and it applies a bristle debuff which increases your damage taken by 1% per stack. The second type of broom, the much more deadly one, is the boom broom. And these brooms are going to explode after a period of time. You can tell it by the sort of indication above them, a timer. And when the timer expires, if you're near the broom, you're going to be instantly killed. However, you can stun the broom, knock it back, root it, all sorts of stuff like that just to get away from it. You'll notice I don't actually really get any of the brooms here because Avenger Shield interrupts are pretty OP on this fight. So it's kind of a non-issue as a prop pally. However, if you have a few less interrupts, then you're probably going to get at least one of the boom brooms. So you have to be prepared to stun it, root it, anything like that, just get away so it doesn't one-shot you. The third fight of rank 2 is Sanoriak, and this was a previous brawl back in Warlords of Draenor, so you might be used to this one already. He has a firewall ability, where he summons a firewall around you, and he leaves one opening to escape. Now the animation on this has been updated a bit, so it's much easier to tell where the opening is now. Simply move out of the opening, and make sure you don't get any hits by the firewall, because it will kill you instantly. The other mechanics he has are a Fireball cast and a Pyroblast cast. You can interrupt both, you should prioritize the Pyroblast. However, if you do get hit by either of these, you're probably going to be okay anyway because they don't deal massive amounts of damage. And he goes down pretty quickly. It's mainly just the Firewall you have to avoid. So the final fight of rank 2 is actually where Brawler's Guild starts picking up, and this fight's a little bit more difficult than the previous ones. If you've done Shout of Pride on Heroic, you'll be familiar with the sort of Pac-Man stages. So essentially you're forced on auto run, you just run forward constantly. You can toggle on walk if you want to slow yourself down a bit, which does help sometimes. Basically the objective is to avoid Master Paku when he's spinning. If you pick up a yellow orb, he'll stop spinning, he'll take damage for a little while. You can DPS him during this, and then when his channel ends, he'll start spinning again. You can get hit with the melee spinning. It doesn't deal enormous amounts of damage, but maybe 5 or 6 ticks of it will kill you. Essentially you just want to play it safe. Each of the clones only has just over 3 million HP, so the DPS requirement is not very high. You just want to make sure you don't get hit by the maze, because if you do, you instantly die. And that did unfortunately happen to me on my very first try because I sort of clipped the corner of it. So keep running around, toggle on walk if you have to, avoid the maze, pick up the orbs, DPS him during that, and avoid him when he's spinning. If you can avoid the maze, pretty straightforward. Thanks for watching, and catch my next video for the rank 3 guides.